Hold on for a 46-44 victory over the Bluestreaks of Archbold. The varsity Bluestreaks have 6 letter winners coming back themselves. Tim Krauss, 6'1" junior, averaged 2.4 a game with a high of 10 against Wauseon. Mitch Gerig, a 6'4" senior, played sparingly, averaged 3 points a game with a high of 8. Chad Nofziger, a 6'5" senior, averaged 8.6 a game a year ago with a high of 15. Brian Meyer, 6'2" sophomore, started last year as a freshman, averaged 6.4 with a high of 12. And Eric Grieser started a year ago, 5'11" senior, averaged 8.4 a game with a high of 17. Paul Cruz, quite a bit of playing time. 2.7. We're joined on the varsity roster by Eric Watson, a 5'11" senior. 6' junior, Brock Beck, a 5'7" senior, and Derek Kruger, a 6'1" senior. Doug Krauss now in his 15th year as head coach, just 2 wins away from 200 now, 198 victories, 106 defeats. Doug and I had a chance to talk earlier in the week about his team, their progress thus far, the matchup tonight with Wauseon. Let's listen in right now.
Well, Doug, first of all, I guess most coaches always feel like, gee, we could use another week of practice. Then again, I'm sure the kids are ripping and raring and ready to go. Well, Doug, you got the Wauseon Indians, another ball club that certainly has a little bit of experience coming back here from the 88-99 campaign. You're from Ken Burguy's kids.
I've said all along that Wauseon is going to be in the thick of the hunt in WPL with their experience back. Even Schnitkey. They have a big inside kid in Baden Boy. They have a couple of forwards, and that Schmidt and Weber, who's, they all have seen, quality time for them. They got Carroll, the great shooter in the wing. So right there are some players there that we definitely have to be aware of come Friday night.
Absolutely. So what do you look for defensively?
Well, as you all know, they like to mix things up a lot over there. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes some game, 3 or whatever, depending how we're shooting it. I see him do some diamond and 1, or box and 1, or diamond and 2, or something like that. He's done everything. He throws a full court press at you. He'll go half court press. In the first game of the year, we're going to have to see about everything we're going to see all year. So it should be interesting.
How about yourself then? You've been a man-to-man coach down through the years, but you'll throw a little zone in occasionally. What's worked best in the...
It's the Lid Lifter for League meeting, game number 169 in the long series. Starting lineup for Ken Burguy's Indians: Aaron Weber, a 6'3" sophomore; Ryan Carroll, a 6'4" senior; Jared Badenop, a 6'6" senior; Bobby Swank, a 5'8" senior; and Ben Roth, a 5'10" senior. For the Bluestreaks of Doug Krauss: Tim Krauss, a 6'1" senior; Chad Nofziger, a 6'5" senior; Brian Meyer, a 6'2" sophomore; and Eric Grieser, a 5'11" senior. So the teams match up fairly well size-wise. Blue, both of them have good, if not spectacular, size, and they'll probably all boil down to a little bit of shooting percentage, turnovers, and who gets in a little bit of foul trouble. But both of them with a returning experience should have pretty good depth before this season winds up.
Well, they played about a 3-point and a 4-point game last year, so I can't see any reason to think it would be any different now.
Mitch Gerig will jump center for Archbold at 6'4". Aaron Weber will jump for Wauseon at 6'3". Weber can really get up. Al Redlinski, Tim Vernon, the officials, 2 of the finest around Northwest Ohio. We're ready to go on 96.1 WMTR-FM. Archbold-Wauseon, Larry Christie with Neil Spangler. The Liberty Center for sales tomorrow morning. High school football will be on here from Massillon at 10:30. Opening tip, well, somebody got in the lane apparently in the circle for Wauseon. So it'll be Archbold basketball. Brian Meyer will inbound to Eric Grieser. Picked up man-to-man, Bobby Swaggart. Right side over to Meyer. Inside pass deflected, picked up by Gerig. Outside for Grieser, who's covered by Swaggart. Left side Meyer, covered by Carroll. Down to the right side, they work it over now to Grieser. Wauseon sticky man-to-man, open up. Grieser into the corner now to Meyer. Ryan spins to the baseline, flips in the wing to Gerig. Back to Meyer out front, Grieser. Penetrates down the lane, running 5-footer up and in. Archbold takes a 2-0 lead. Wauseon quickly moves it down the floor. Inside now, Badenop to the hole. Got away from Nofziger and laid it up and good. Grieser quickly the other way now for Archbold. To the wing, starting to drive, blocking foul. Bobby Swaggart will pick it up, his first. And the first of the ball game. Score not at 2-2. We've played 46 seconds. Grieser to do the inbounding now for the Blue Streaks. Looking inside, nothing doing to Meyer. Wing jumper from 15 off the mark, no good. Rebound, Gerig has it on the wing. Baseline, Grieser from 15 off, no good. Tipped up in the air, no good. Ball bounding around loose. Picked up by Schnitkey, and he's fouled by Grieser. Or check that, by Meyer. So over to Wauseon with a score tied at 2 apiece. 58 seconds gone. Quarter number 1 just underway. Lid lifter around the Buckeye State for high school boys basketball. Girls, of course, able to open up last week. Archbold gals with their long volleyball season play their first game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Side Ben Roth now puts up the short jumper, blocked by Nofziger. Loose, picked up finally by Nofziger. Krauss ahead now to Gerig. He mishandled, but it's picked up by Nofziger. He'll give it up to Grieser. Grieser, top of the key now, guarded by Carroll. Baseline. Meyer going in, shot up, blocked, and deflects out of bounds. Last touch by Ben Roth. I believe Ryan Carroll came over and got a piece of that.
The girls' team will be at a big disadvantage maybe tomorrow. Ron Stevens is home deathly sick. Casey told me that he might have a peaceful game if he's not there.
Inside, Gerig all alone, lays it up and in. As he got loose, Wauseon didn't pick him up. Ron listening in tonight. Hope he's feeling a little better. Other way, transition jumper put up now by Weber, blocked, picked up now by Carroll. He was going to have the lay-in, but he lost control of it, got up in the air, came back down, and it's an automatic travel call. Easy 2 for the Indians, and they can't get it. So it remains 4-2 Archbold. Gerig will inbound, does so now to Grieser. 6:17 to go, first quarter, 4-2 Archbold. Grieser up the left side, hounded over there. Schnitkey double team now. Flips cross court, three-pointer by Krauss, off short of the mark. No good. Carroll had it deflected away, picked up by Baden, hop to Schnitkey. Wauseon up quickly against the Archbold man-to-man. On top of the key, here's Carroll, left side over to Roth in the wing. Roth on top now, over to Weber. Bounce pass inside. Baden sends it back into the corner, starting a drive. Schnitkey got in traffic, over now, short jumper up, no good. Rebound inside. Roth with a putback up and in off the Baden off miss. 4 apiece. Archbold transition of the way. Krauss missed the layup. Rebound Wauseon. Pass ahead, deflected, stolen by Grieser. Grieser had it knocked away and off his foot by Carroll. It'll go to Wauseon. Teams get a little quicker than they really want, perhaps, in the early going, but obviously a lot of adrenaline in the season opener. With the ball now is Schnitkey. Schnitkey bouncing on top for Carroll. Carroll right side, Schnitkey bouncing inside now. Baden up, turn around 9-footer. Airballed it, rebounded though by Weber. He'll put it back up, rolled off. Rebound off. Nofziger put up by Baden, no good, but draws the foul from Chad Nofziger. A little hot potato that time with the basketball. Nobody could really get a handle on it until Jared Baden did. Here, as I recall, don't have the numbers officially in front of me. 6'6" senior puts the free throw up, rolling and good. Indians take their first lead at 5-4. The big senior for Wauseon puts the second one up and good. 6-4 Indians lead it. Grieser brings the ball up the floor at the 5:10 mark of the first quarter. Pass deflected, and Schnitkey unable to run it down in the corner. It'll belong to Archbold. Good hustle, though, by Bobby Schnitkey, nearly coming up with a steal. Eric Grieser will inbound at the Archbold end. Grieser shoots it outside now for Krauss. Krauss back over to Grieser on the wing. Side Gerig down low, loose up, good foul. Ryan Carroll picks up the foul. Mitch Gerig gets the bucket. Oh, my banner came down. Well, that's your job, Neil. If you'd have got here on time, it wouldn't have gone down. Neil putting it back. Brilliant job again. Thought maybe your shoe came untied or else you were leaving. Couldn't be that lucky, I'm sure. Mitch Gerig will try to complete the three-point play. Score tied at 6. Free throw on the way up and in. Archbold 7, Wauseon 6, 5 minutes to go. Quarter number 1. Ben Roth with it now for the Indians. They're bringing it up quickly. Now they'll set up in their half-court offense. Right side pass, Ryan Carroll. Good outside shooter. Weber gets loose now on the wing pump fake. Short jumper up, partially blocked Nofziger. Rebound Krauss, outlet Grieser. Grieser out front now for Krauss. Good job by Nofziger that time. Inside, he's double teamed. Puts a little turnaround up and in, but he walked with the ball. Tried to spin. He was double teamed that time. Used a power move, a reverse pivot, but did walk with the ball. It remains 7-6 Archbold. Full court Archbold pressure. Inbounds pass to Swigert. Swigert with Grieser on him. Easily clears the timeline. Doubled up. Gets it away. Carroll. He's open from three. Lets fly. No good. Rebound. Weber grabs it. Goes inside. Flips a pass. Deflected. Stolen by Nofziger to Grieser. Quickly at Krauss. One-on-one with Swigert to the hole. Up. No good. Rebound. Meyer. He missed it. Shot battled for and cleared off now by Badenhop. Over to Roth. Doug Krauss really wanted a foul. Didn't get the call. He's letting them know. Now here's Weber going to be called for a travel as the sophomore started to drive from the top of the key.
Both teams getting good shots. Archbold only 3 of 9 and Wauseon 2 of 8. And if we played half the first period, they missed a lot of shots from inside.
Both of them have, you betcha. 7-6. It remains Archbold. Ed Rodriguez will check into the Wauseon lineup here momentarily. We get a break in the action. Now Grieser with the ball into the right corner. Looking inside. He lost his dribble. Needs help. Swings it out front. Meyer bouncing inside. Nofziger loose. Puts it up from far. No good. Another easy shot missed. Rebound Badenhop ahead Swigert. Quickly up the middle down the lane to the hole. And the ball goes out of bounds. There was a lot of contact. No call. And it'll last be touched by Wauseon. Jay Dominic into the Archbold lineup along with Eric Watson. Gerig and Krauss sit down. And here comes Derek Kruger for the Bluestreaks as well. Ed Rodriguez is checked into the Wauseon lineup. Also, Lance Schnitkey is checked in for the Indians, a 5'10 senior. Played a lot last year and will again this year, of course. Grieser with the ball, lost the dribble, flips over down to Watson, right back out front Grieser, still 7-6. Swigert picks Grieser's pocket. Bounce pass over down to the hole, up from 10, too hard by Schnitkey, rebounded by Watson. Watson gives it up to Kruger. Up the left side now ahead to Grieser, baseline knocked away nicely by Swigert, out of bounds. Both teams have really had some great-looking shots, but they haven't been able to get anything to go down.
Archbold 3 of 10, Wauseon 2 of 10.
Here's Aaron Schmidt into the Wauseon lineup, bothered by a sprained ankle in the preseason, and also Steve Hill. Aaron Weber and Bobby Swigert will sit. Eric Grieser will inbound for Archbold. 3:13 to go, quarter number one. Still 7-6 Archbold. Grieser inbounding now, shoots it over to Meyer. Meyer outside, starting a drive into the lane, pulls up from 12, in and out. Rebound, Dominic has it, and looks to put it back up. Shot partially blocked. Kruger has it. He puts it up too hard. Kruger's got it again. Flips over to Watson. He'll put it up and in. Archbold had 3 bunnies. The third one finally went down. They were defended. With the ball now, Hill in backcourt, guarded closely by Grieser, swings it over down to Schmidt. Aaron going to the left side and wing back outside. Hill starting to drive down the lane, running one-hander off the glass and in. Sophomore Steve Hill, 9-8 Archbold. Meyer inbounding against full court pressure, rather Dominic to Meyer. Meyer lobs ahead now for Watson. Watson outside on the left side. Dominic going in now, puts up a runner, no good, but draws the foul. They'll go to the line to shoot two. I believe Aaron Schmidt whistled for the personal. Paul Cruz checks into the lineup now for Archbold. Check the foul was on Ed Rodriguez. Paul Cruz, 5'9 senior, will be checking in apparently for Jay Dominic, who's at the line to shoot 2 free throws. 6-foot junior. 9-8, Archbold leads. A free throw on the way, bounces straight up and bounces off the rim, no good. Up Cruz will give Brian Meyer a breather at the 2:25 mark of the first period. Second opportunity here for Dominic. Free throw on the way, and this one is good. Archbold leads by a couple, 10-8. 2:25 to go, quarter number one. Hill against pressure in backcourt. There's the double team, gets it ahead now to Schmidt. Schmidt back over to Hill. Hill at and across the timeline where Grieser cuts him off. Hill just dribbling outside, but watch a 5-second count. Gives it up to Carroll. Carroll over to Schnitkey, right side Hill. On top, Schmidt. Schmidt starting a drive now. Dominic cuts him off, but bumps him, and he'll be called for the blocking foul. His first, team's third. 2:02 to go in the first period. Archbold 10, Wauseon 8. Again, both teams have had tremendous scoring opportunities, but have been unable to cash in close. Hill sends it outside for Schnitkey, starting a drive into the lane, pulls up, cut off, on the left side over now to Carroll, back out Schnitkey for three, up and in. Lance Schnitkey gives Wauseon a 1-point lead. 11-10, down low inside Kruger's little turnaround from 5, up and good. Eric Kruger's first bucket. Hill in backcourt, bouncing over to Schmidt against full court pressure, head to Carroll. Wauseon breaks it. Carroll pass in the middle, bad pass. Deflected, stolen away by Kruger. 5th Wauseon turnover to Grieser. Grieser goes right side to Cruz. Hit bad pass. He throws it away. Picked up by Hill. Hill the other way, 3-on-2, going to the bucket now, putting it up off glass and good. Wauseon by a point, 13-12. Grieser the other way now, quickly for Archbold. Knocked away by Hill, picked up by Watson, and he's banged into and fouled by Rodriguez. Brian Meyer back into the Archbold lineup. Here comes Scott Spangler for Wauseon, along with Joe Zimmerman, a 6'2 junior. Spangler, a 6-foot senior. Rodriguez will get a break right here. So Wauseon 13, Archbold 12, a minute 12 to go here in the first period. Meyer to inbound, looking inside, nothing doing. Outside, Watson has it. Back to the left side, Meyer for 3 in the corner, off the mark, no good. Meyer with a rebound, and he's fouled by Hill. Number 1 on Steve, team's 4th. 13-12, Indians lead, a minute 6 to go, quarter number 1 here at Archbold. Nice crowd to open up the season. Not a jam-packed house, but a big crowd. Meyer will inbound outside now to Watson. Picked up out there by Spangler, the man-to-man. To the left side, he dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. So the Bluestreaks with their 5th turnover, each team with 5. Zimmerman inbounding the ball now to Schnitkey. Schnitkey back to Zimmerman against full court pressure. Still dribbling in backcourt, gets it ahead to the front court now. Pass to Spangler, deflected away by Meyer, picked up though by Schnitkey. Lance starts the drive, he's cut off, flips back outside now for Hill. 42 seconds left in the first period, Indians by a point. Right side, Schnitkey has it on the wing, Cruz picks him up. Now swings over to Hill. Hill gives it up to Zimmerman, 30 seconds. Zimmerman, Hill, wing left, goes to the baseline, cut off there by Meyer outside. Schnitkey, right side, 3-pointer. Zimmerman up off too hard. Rebound Meyer for Archbold. 18 seconds to go. Meyer clears the timeline with 16. Picked up out there now by Hill. Right side to Cruz with 11 seconds. Pass goes back over to Meyer. To Watson, 5 seconds. He doesn't see the clock. Watson, foul line jumper, up, bounces, no good. Buzzer sounds. End of the first period. Indians 13, Bluestreaks 12, back in a minute.
Dave's Running Shop, downtown Delta, is your
hot streak. Rebounding about even, turnovers about even, 5 apiece. That's about even, I guess. Inbounds pass to Hill. Indian possession, quarter number 2 underway. Gerig and Nofziger back in for Archbold. Running Watson, Grieser, and Meyer. Down low now, Badenop back in, shot up blocked now by Gerig. Rebounded outside by Schnitkey. To Carroll to the baseline, he goes with it. Out now Schnitkey. Foul line cut off, back over to Schmidt. Aaron starting a drive, walked with the ball as he started to drive. So back over to the Bluestreaks on the Tribe turnover. Both teams pressuring full court. Pace is quick, and it could be a lot higher scoring than what it is. Both teams have had great scoring opportunities and unable to cash in down low. Watson with it now for Archbold on top. Gerig has it. Right side, threw it away. Hill with a steal. Going wire coast to coast, lays it up and in. Steve Hill with 6 off the bench now, 15-12. Bounce past Meyer, double team to the corner. He needs some help now, dribbling along the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. inbounds pass went right into the corner. About as dangerous a place as you can put it.
If you can fault them for throwing the ball to the corner, but the bigger fault is don't go into the corner because you know you're going to get double teamed down there.
Hill outside, three-pointer, Schnitkey up and in. Second three by Lance Schnitkey, and the Indians have pulled away to a 6-point lead, 18-12. Grieser with it now for Archbold. Hill stop and pop from 15, bounces no good. Rebounded by Badenhop, stolen away by Gerig. Outside now down the lane, Grieser goes over in the wing. Watson outside foul line. Gerig's jumper up and good. Mitch Gerig has 7 to lead Archbold. Indians 18, Bluestreaks 14. 6:43 to go first half. Steve Hill, who's really come in and done a fine job, the sophomore off the bench for Wauseon, along with Lance Schnitkey. They each have 6 points off the bench. Here's Schmidt with it on top now for Hill. Hill swings over to Carroll on top. Schnitkey starting a drive left side, going into the hole. Flips a nice pass. Badenhop mishandled. Tried to pick it up. Now slips it over to Schmidt. He lost control of it. Now swings it down low inside to Schnitkey. His pass deflects out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Grieser of Archbold. Tim Krauss back into the Archbold lineup. Bob Swigert returns for Wauseon. Hill sits down for the Indians. Watson for the Bluestreaks. Here's Weber back in replacing Schmidt for the Indians. Carroll will inbound. Does so now to Weber. Outside Swigert. Schnitkey going in now high off glass, rolls in and off, no good for Ryan Carroll. Brian Meyer rebounds for Archbold, brings it up the floor now quickly, pulls up foul line jumper, up and in. First bucket for Meyer. 18-16, Wauseon lead cut to 2. Archbold with back-to-back buckets now. With the ball outside Swigert. Swigert swings over to Schnitkey. Carroll back out front Schnitkey. Lance has hit a couple of threes. Over now to Swigert. Into the corner. Weber on the wing. Outside Carroll going to the baseline. Doubled up. Pass inside. Knocked away by Krauss. Loose on the floor. Picked up in the lane. Schnitkey's 10-footer up and good. Lance Schnitkey in the right place that time for Wauseon. Gets the bucket. 20-16. Pass inside now. Nofziger down low and a whistle. And a reaching foul is going to be going against Ryan Carroll. Actually give Carroll credit though, Blue, even though he drew the foul. He came over and did a good job of doubling up but fouled.
Saved a basket too for sure, and he fouled him before he went up, so it helped all the way around.
First on Ryan Carroll, team's 6th. Bounce pass outside going now to Krauss on the wing from 15. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken down now by Swigert. We're going to get a reaching foul against Archbold. I believe Mitch Gerig, will see. Eric Grieser was there as well. It is on Gerig. His first, team's 4th. Here's Jay Dominic back into the Archbold lineup, replacing Chad Nofziger. Inbounds pass now with it is Swigert. 5:12 to go first half. Indians 20, Bluestreak 16. Swigert gives it up to Schnitkey. Round to Swigert. Bounce pass inside, knocked away by Gerig, picked up by Dominic, but he throws it right into the hands of Carroll, but layup won't go. Rebound, Weber has it back to Carroll. He'll put this one up and in. 22-16. Here's Grieser dribbling. He had it slapped away, picked up by the Indians. Carroll the other way, trying to race down and get to it, but can't do it. Outlet pass over to Brian Meyer. Archbold very sloppy in their ball handling right now. Doug Krauss unhappy with that. Swigert out now on Grieser. Goes right side over to Meyer. Meyer pulls up, 17-foot runner, in and out, no good. Tipped up, no good by Krauss. Rebounded by the Indians. Pass head deflects, loose, picked up by the Bluestreaks. And now the Indians got a little sloppy with a bad pass. Their 5th turnover of the quarter. Both teams going a little bit quicker than what they really are able to at this point of the season. First game and all. Grieser with it on top. Krauss open for 3, lets fly, bounces and rolls, good. There was a pushing foul inside. We'll check that out. The basket definitely will count, but we'll have to wait and see. They called the foul on, I believe it was on Jared Badenhop of Wauseon. It was.
A 5-point play.
Yeah, Archbold will shoot a 1-and-1. 7th team foul. Ed Rodriguez will check in. Second foul on Jared Badenhop. So it'll be Mitch Gerig, I believe, shooting the 1-and-1. Ben Roth is going to return for Wauseon along with Ed Rodriguez. 3:57 to go first half. Wauseon 22, Archbold 19. Indians have had a 6-point lead on a couple of occasions here in the second quarter. Mitch Gerig will be on the line to shoot 1-and-1. He has 7 points to lead Archbold in scoring. Lance Schnitkey has 8 to pace the Indians. 3:57 to go first half here at Archbold. Non-league meeting between the two. Gerig, free throw off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ben Roth of Wauseon. Outlet over to Swigert. Swigert up the floor, picked up by Grieser, the Archbold man-to-man. Bounce pass inside, deflected away and out of bounds by Mitch Gerig, and a good effort as they tried to bounce it into Ed Rodriguez. Gerig able to knock it away. Chad Nofziger back in, replacing Gerig for Archbold. Little perspiration on the floor. They'll clean up at the 3:48 mark of the first half. 22-19. 3-point Wauseon lead. On WMTR, again, Liberty Center Versailles, Division 5 state football title to be determined tomorrow morning at Massillon. We'll be there, airtime 10:30 tomorrow afternoon. We'll drive back to Continental tomorrow night, see Archbold Continental go at it. Keep in mind, later tonight, Nofziger Pontiac GMC scoreboard. Martin Taylor will host that for you, and he's got a busy weekend with us as well. Swigert inbounding. Flips it outside now to Schnitkey. We'll update you on scores at halftime and the state finals that we do have, the two that have been played. Another one in progress right now. Left side Weber. On top Schnitkey. Schnitkey picked up by Meyer. Flips over to Roth. Motion offense now by Wauseon. Starting to drive Swigert. Swings over to Weber. Weber back out through the hands of Schnitkey, but Lance picks it up. Bounce pass backdoor. Knocked away by Grieser. Loose on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. Alternate possession will go to Archbold. I believe that's the first alternate possession we've had in terms of on the floor. Obviously, we had one to start quarter number 2. 3:19 to go first half. Wauseon 22, Archbold 19.
Both teams shooting a little better this quarter, but turning it over more. Wauseon 6 turnovers. They're 4 of 6 from the floor with 1-3. Archbold's 3 of 6 with a 3. So they're shooting better, but turning it over more.
I think both teams want to play at a quick pace this year, Blue, but tonight, first game at all with nervousness, what have you, they're a little quicker paced than probably either coach would like, and as a result, the turnovers. Archbold basketball, I do believe in the alternate possession here. They've got the perspiration dried up. Jay Dominic will do the inbounding. Both teams have used full court pressure. Wauseon in it right now. It's man-to-man full court pressure is what it is. Grieser with it now. Swigert, a good little defender on him. Grieser across the timeline, double team, trapped, it flips down low inside. Dominic spinning, goes in, puts it up and in off the glass. Nice move. Jay Dominic gets the bucket behind the defense. Rodriguez inside, shot up, blocked from behind by Meyer, but he got him. Good hustle down the floor by Rodriguez. He beat the Archbold defense back that time. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Brian Meyer picks up his second foul. Ed Rodriguez will shoot a couple. Paul Cruz will check back into the Archbold lineup. Precisely 3 minutes left first half. 6'2" junior for the Indians puts the free throw up and in. Nothing but net on that first one. 23-21. Here's Ryan Carroll back in, replacing Ben Roth for Wauseon. Cruz in with Meyer sitting down now with 2 fouls. Second one up and perfect again. So Ed Rodriguez gets his first varsity points. And the Indians again by 3, 24-21. Grieser bouncing now to Nofziger, down low on the post. Slapped away nicely by Carroll, coming over to double team, picked up by Schnitkey. Ahead now to Carroll, right side over to Swigert. Swigert to the baseline. Bounces to the wing to Weber, knocked away by Grieser, picked up by Weber, into the corner now Swigert has it. Swigert guarded by Cruz. Goes cross court and threw it out of bounds. Wow, 7 turnovers for the Indians here in the quarter. Here comes Steve Hill back in for the Tribe, replacing Swigert. Wauseon has really gotten a lift off their bench from guard Steve Hill and Lance Schnitkey. With the ball now, here's Nofziger at the top of the key. Swings over to Cruz. Three-point bomb on the way. Off the mark, no good. Whistle inside, and a pushing foul on Archbold's Tim Krauss, I believe. His first, team sixth. Chad Nofziger. His second. So the Indians will get it back. That is the sixth team foul on the Bluestreaks. Aaron Schmidt coming back into the lineup. So Indians inbounding, full court pressure. Hill, but right back to Weber to Hill. Hill picked up by Cruz. Archbold coming over trying to trap. Hill pass ahead now to Schnitkey. Cross court, swings over to Carroll. Pulls up at the wing from 12 off glass and good. Went in and out, went right back in again. 26-21. Right side, Krauss has it on the wing. Side, Gerig spins down low. Little jumper up, no good. Rebound taken down by Schmidt. Ahead now to Hill. With a minute 53 to go first half. Hill left side, Carroll. Carroll goes baseline. Schnitkey open from 12 up, no good. Rebound battled for other corner. Carroll has it. Carroll looking in for the bounce pass. It's not there, and wisely sends it out to Schnitkey. Back to Carroll to the baseline. Pass deflected by Gerig, picked up by Carroll, tipped away by Dominic, picked up by Cruz. Cruz had it slapped away by Hill, but they're going to say he got him on the arm. And Ken Burguy not happy about that call made by Al Rydlinski.
Archbold had 11 rebounds in the first period. They have one here in the second period with they played 6.5 minutes. So Wauseon doing a very good job as opposed to the first quarter. And Archbold had 11 rebounds. Archbold had 7 offensive rebounds in the first period.
Paul Cruz shoots 1 and 1 for Archbold. Indians 26, Bluestreaks 21. Free throw in and out, no good. Gerig with a rebound, shot up, blocked from behind, rebounded by Schnitkey, and now he's fouled by Cruz. So it'll be a 1 and 1 here for Lance Schnitkey. He had a fine year last year at the free throw stripe. 1:25 to go first half. Bluestreaks have missed 2 1-and-1 opportunities here in the second quarter. Archbold just 2 out of 5 at the foul line, while the Indians have gone 4 out of 4 thus far. Swigert will return for the Indians, replacing Hill. He'll sit down with 2 fouls at the 1:25 mark of the first half. 1 and 1, Lance Schnitkey on the line for the Indians, puts it up and in. Wauseon 5 out of 5 at the stripe, doing the job there. And the Indians again match their biggest lead at 6. He could make it 7 right here. And does. 28-21 Indians, a minute 24 to go first half. Eric Grieser with the ball picked up now by Lance Schnitkey. Grieser dribbling to the right side, now to the wing. Baseline, flips into Cruz, up off glass, rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Schnitkey in the corner. Schnitkey bouncing ahead to Swigert. Swigert back to Schnitkey. Minute 5 to go. Swigert flips it ahead now inside. Schmidt goes cross court to Carroll out. Schnitkey for 3 on the way. This one won't go. Follow up, put up and in by Aaron Schmidt. Biggest lead for the Indians at 9, 30-21. Grieser with it now, dribbling, and we got a whistle inside, away from the ball, and it's going to be called against Aaron Schmidt of Wauseon. And Archbold again will shoot 1 and 1, where they have struggled. They've missed 2 1-and-1s here in the quarter. Mitch Gerig will be at the line right here. Nice run by the Indians here, Blue, as they've scored, I believe, 8 unanswered.
Well, they're moving themselves and the ball very well. Archbold's had some good shots in the last 2 minutes, just hasn't gotten anything to fall. I think they've missed their last 5.
So Mitch Gerig, 6'4" senior, shoots a 1 and 1 for the Bluestreaks. He has 7 points to lead Archbold in scoring. Free throw on the way, up and in. Rattled around, dropped home. Ends a 7-point Indian run. 47 seconds left first half. Wauseon 30, Archbold 22. Second one, up and in. Derek Kruger in, replacing Mitch Gerig for Archbold. Martin Taylor will have a scoring update for us at halftime on the Nofziger Pontiac GMC scoreboard. 30-23. Indians by 7 with the ball. Aaron Schmidt lost a dribble, needs help. Flips a pass, head deflected by Grieser, and a whistle. I think Grieser's foot was out of bounds. It was on the sideline. Indians will have it with 39 seconds left in the first half. Ryan Carroll will do the inbounding now for the red and white. Does so to Bobby Swigert. Swigert picked up by Cruz. See if the Indians play for a last shot here. Outside now for Schnitkey, 28 seconds. Schnitkey over to Carroll, out deep on the perimeter right now. To Weber, right back out now, whistle away from the play, and let's see. An offensive foul. And I think an illegal pick is going to be called, an illegal block. Aaron Schmidt, I think. And that's number 2 on Aaron. So the Indians with another turnover right there. That's been their bugaboo. 9 here in the quarter.
They're 6 of 10 from the floor. They've out-rebounded Archbold 11-2, and that's why they have a 7-point lead.
Wouldn't be for the turnovers. It'd be a whole lot bigger lead. Cruz shooting a 1-and-1 right here. Missed his first attempt, and free throw up and in. Excuse me, shooting 2. That was the 10th foul against the Indians. Zimmerman in, replacing Schmidt. For the Indians. Wauseon's got an outstanding production from their bench here in the first half. And Archbold's had some pretty good production as well. Second one up and good. He hit them both. 30-25. Here's Swigert ahead now to Schnitkey. 20 seconds left in the first half. Swigert up and over the timeline now to the right side. Ball knocked away, double dribble. I thought Archbold had gotten a hand on the ball. But at any rate, it's an Indian double dribble and their 10th turnover of the quarter with 15 seconds left. Dominic to inbound. Does so to Krauss. Double team, dribbles it up and over the timeline now. And nearly lost a handle on it. Picks it up, needs help. Goes cross court, throws it away with 5 seconds to go. Bluestreaks with their 5th turnover of the quarter, their 10th of the half. Indians have to go 3-quarter court now to get a shot. 5.2 seconds. Zimmerman inbounding now. Here's Schnitkey with it on the right side. Coming down, flips out. Swigert for 3 at the buzzer, no good. Just long with that one. Indians by 5. Wauseon 30, Archbold 25. Nofziger Pontiac GMC scoreboard coming up after the game. Right now, our halftime report brought to you by PowerNet Internet Services and Power Supply. For quarter number 3, Blue, take it away.
Indians leading it by 5, and I say it could have been worse. They had a lot of turnovers in period number 2. They might have a 10 or 12-point lead by now. It's like both starting lineups back in there. Referee Al Rydlinski waiting for the people to get settled. Swigert in backcourt clears the timeline now for the Indians. They lead by 5. Grieser on Swigert. Schnitkey holds high, looks for somebody. Larry Lance had a big first half there. He had 10, couple threes. Did a lot of right. Backdoor play, nice cut inside. Aaron Weber gets his first bucket. Nice assist out there. One of the Bluestreaks turned his back. Weber broke for the basket and nailed it. 32-25, Indians by 7. Nofziger, low post. He spins his short jumper up and in. Big Chad getting on track. He didn't score a point in the first half, but he's going to have to score for the Bluestreaks this year. Indians by 5, 32-27, under 7.5 to go in the third. Carolyn looks for somebody. Schnitkey on the wing. Archbold man-to-man throughout. Badenhap breaks loose inside. He lays it up and in on a nice assist. Jared Badenhap with 6. Indians by 7, 34-27. 7 to go. Third period action. Gerig outside for the Bluestreaks. Looks for somebody. Low post. Nofziger again. His turnaround up no good, and he's fouled. Chad will go to the line and shoot a couple. Jared Badenhap picks up his third. Chad Nofziger will be at the line to shoot 2. 6:52 to go in the third, 34-27. Chad free throw, a lot of arch up and in. Ed Rodriguez back into the Indian lineup. Larry said he did a good job too in that first half for the Indians. Nofziger on the line. Second free throw. shot and rims out. Rodriguez rips it off. Indians by 6, 34-28. Carroll with it on the wing. The ball goes off his foot and into back court. Maybe not off his foot. It went off Brian Meyer's foot, so the Indians will retain. Next Friday night, we're in Fayette. Is that true, Larry? For the new gym over there?
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, Blue. I'm going to take a quick glance over there, gander over there earlier in the week, see where we're setting up and everything. Looking forward to it.
John Fryman said he's already been there, so John Fryman's already been there, he said. Indians clear the timeline. Schnitkey looks for some. There's that backdoor cut again to Weber. Ball loose on the floor. Rodriguez picks it up and lays it in. Archbold can't handle that backdoor cut there. That's twice. Somebody's been beaten on the baseline. Meyer clears the timeline inside. Nofziger up off the glass. No good. Nofziger again up and in. Chad Nofziger didn't have a point the first half. He has 5 in the first minute 45 here of period number 3. Indians by 6, 36-30. Swigert gives to Schnitkey. Weber drives up the middle. His running one-hander front of the rim and in. Aaron Weber gets his second bucket. Grieser clears the timeline for the Bluestreaks. He drives, looks for somebody, and a blocking foul is called on Bobby Swigert. Jay Dominic coming back into the Bluestreak lineup. Referee Al Rydlinski looking for a towel. I tell you how I want you and Johnny to do this tomorrow morning too. I want you to both come in, just pick me up at 5:30 and put me in the back seat of the car.
We'll definitely do that.
Might take one more. You've two been lifting weights. 6 o'clock, we're going. Archbold inbounds, looks for somebody. Meyer, top of the circle, turns down the 3, starts to penetrate, 15-footer from the angle, up and in. Brian Meyer gets his second bucket. Indians by 6. Here's Rodriguez on the baseline, nearly loses. Weber picks it up, throws to Carroll. Carroll saves it. Carroll spins one-on-one. Cross court, Swigert turns down the 3. Inside low post, Rodriguez is running one-hander, and he's fouled by Nofziger. His third. So both centers, Chad Nofziger, Jared Baden, each with 3. Indians 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Rodriguez will be shooting a pair. 38-32, Indians by 6. Rodriguez free throw hits the back of the rim, no good. Their first miss. Mitch Gerig comes in to give Chad Nofziger. He's got to rest him here with the 3 fouls, but Chad had 5 quick ones here in the third period, 5 quick points. Rodriguez going for the second of 2 here. This one bounces high, no good. Gerig with the rebound. Outlet Myers. 5.5 to go in the third. Indians by 6. Grieser with it outside. Looks for somebody. Goes one-on-one, stops, 14-footer from the angle, front of the rim, no good, tipped out, grabbed by Schnitkey of the Indians. Long pass down to Carroll, he slows it down, 5:10 to go. Carroll, baseline 14-footer, off the rim, no good. Grieser with a rebound for the Bluestreaks, nearly has it knocked away. Grieser stops, 14-footer from the angle, bounces, no good. Schnitkey again with a rebound. Under 5 to go in the third, Wauseon 38, Archbold 32. Carroll on the wing. Flips to Weber. Weber to Schnitkey outside. Back to Swigert. Rodriguez breaks loose on the baseline. Can't get a shot. Back to Schnitkey. His 3 on the way, up and in. Lance Schnitkey. Is that his career high? Is this 11 from last year? Lance Schnitkey doing a fine job for the Indians. They lead it by 9. Archbold wants a timeout. 4:29 to go in the third. Wauseon 41, Archbold 32, and we'll be right back.
Instead of breaking your back shoveling snow this winter, let your fingers go to work on a state-of-the-art.
Indians 5 of 6 from the floor this period with a 3. They've drawn out to a 9-point lead. Paul Cruz into the Bluestreak lineup, as is Eric Watson. Meyer with it outside for the Bluestreaks. They got to get hot in a hurry. Meyer looks for Cruz on the wing. Cruz penetrates up the middle. His running one-hander up, no good. Gerig, offensive rebound up and in. Mitch Gerig with 11. He's done a good job for the Streaks, but Indians just shooting well, moving the ball well, and getting a lot of good shots. Hill for the Indians has it knocked out of bounds by Cruz. 41-34. Indians by 7, 4:01 to go in the third. But tomorrow night we will get to Continental, hopefully. I do have the road all the way. I do know how to get to Continental from Massillon. You'll be pleased to know. I think. Indians clear the timeline. Hill with the ball. Cruz doing a good job on him. Nearly got the 5 count. Carroll with it outside. Carroll starts a drive. No shot to Schnitkey. Schnitkey loses the dribble, gets it back to Hill. Hill baseline pass, knocked loose by Schnitkey, but now saved, now loose out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians. 3:34 to go in the third. Wauseon 41, Archbold 34. Hill will do the inbounding. As Larry said, he had a big first half, hit 3 nice buckets for the Indians. Rodriguez on the wing to Hill in the corner. Outside Schnitkey. Carroll. 3:25 to go in the third. Indians by 7. Schnitkey turns down the 3. Hill with the ball. Schnitkey looks for somebody, finds Weber. Now Hill outside to Carroll. His 3 on the way is going to be short, and it'll go out of bounds. 3:04 to go in the third. Still the Tribe by 7, 41-34. It'll be Archbold's ball. Brian Meyer with it. He'll bring it up against Ryan Carroll. Meyer clears the timeline. Gerig, high post, looks for somebody. Gives it back to Meyer. Meyer drives all the way, lays it up and in. Nice drive there, Brian Meyer. Point number 6. 6-point Indian lead, or 5-point, excuse me, 41-36 at the 2:46 mark. Ben Roth into the Indian lineup, replacing Aaron Weber. Well, I said about the shortest team out there they could have right now. Got all their height on the bench. Carroll will do the inbounding here. Indians by 5, 41-36. Carroll finds Schnitkey, who draws the double team. Back to Roth. Roth starts up, nearly stolen away, but knocked out of bounds. Good hustle, good defensive play by Eric Watson. The ball hit his foot. I think Coach Krauss put Watson and Cruz in to pick up the defense a little.
Yeah, absolutely. So Archbold had more problems with their post defense than their outside defense. Both teams hustling well, though.
Indians by 5, 2:35 to go in the third. Hill at the point. To Schnitkey. Schnitkey low post inside. Nice drive shot put up by Rodriguez. No good, but he draws the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. At the 2:27 mark, and the Indians leading it by 5.
Getting back tomorrow night again. We don't go through the Allegheny Mountains to come back through to Continental, right?
We have to ask a few questions when we leave the stadium, but I was out to Miller Brothers, and they have me thoroughly confused.
Where's our car, first of all?
Where's the helicopter? Rodriguez at the free throw line, up, no good. Geez, he drilled his first 2, and now he's missed 3 in a row. Still the Tribe by 5, 41-36 at the 2:27 mark, period number 3. Second free throw, Rodriguez nails that. He also has given Indians quality time off the bench. Indians by 6, 42-36. Meyer's going to be called for the travel as he drags his pivot foot. First turnover for the Bluestreaks of the period of the quarter. Indians with none, so both teams really picking it up there. Wauseon had, I believe, 15 turnovers the first half. Tribe by 6 with the ball. Steve Hill in backcourt against Cruz. Now he clears the line. Schnitkey comes out. Flips to Carroll on the wing. And the ball's thrown into back court. Nobody touched it. It's going to belong to the Blue Streaks. So the Indians turn it over at the 2:09 mark. Blue Streaks need a bucket. They trail by 6. We got a timeout on the floor. 2:09 to go in the third. Wauseon 42, Archbold 36, and we'll be right back. Dave's there. They led by 9, I believe, in this period. So Archbold hanging around, but Wauseon doing a fine job at both ends. Cruz throws it into Eric Grieser, who's back in there. Grieser looks for somebody. Gerig high post. Gives to Brian Meyer, who slips but now regains control. To Grieser. Gerig low post. Has it knocked away, but it'll stay with the Blue Streaks. 1:55 to go in the third. 42-36. Indians by 6. Grieser will do the inbounding. Wauseon led by 5 at half, so they've increased it by 1 here. Low post inside. Gerig puts it up, makes it, he's fouled. Nice play by Mitch Gerig. Went up strong, made the bucket, and was fouled. Schnitkey picked up the foul, his first. 42-38. Blue Streaks drawing back to within 4. Gerig, free throw, up and in. Boy, Gerig's had a fine night. That's 14 for him. Blue Streaks trail it by 3. Hill with a double team, and he's going to be called for pushing off. Coming out of the double team, referee Al Rudlinski said he committed the foul. That's his third, so the Blue Streaks catch a monster break right now. They trailed by 6. They got a 3-point play. Now they're going to have the ball out of bounds. Ryan Carroll back into the Indian lineup. Grieser looks for somebody. Flips it outside. Meyer draws the double team. Cruz with a 3 on the way. Bounces off the rim, no good. Gerig offensive rebound, up and in. And he's fouled. Mitch Gerig again. Exact same play as 2 seconds ago. Got an offensive rebound, put it up strongly, and drew the foul. The foul was on Ben Roth. And Gerig's going to be back at the free throw line where he was just 4 seconds ago, trying to complete a 3-point play. Blue Streaks within 1, 42-41. Aaron Schmidt back into the Indian lineup. Gerig could tie it here with this free throw, but it bounces in and then stays in. Gerig with 8 in the period, 17 in the game. We're tied at 42. Archbold full court pressure all over the place. Carroll with the ball. Roth looks for somebody. Draws a double team, all alone underneath. Laying it up and in is Schmidt. Nice pass. Aaron Schmidt gets the bucket. Here's Brian Meyer driving all the way. His running one-hander, no good. Gerig offensive rebound, up and in. We're tied at 44. Gerig has 10 in the period, 19 in the game. Big Blue Streak comeback here. Hill long 3 on the way. That bounce is no good. All alone for the offensive rebound. Aaron Weber puts it back in. He has 6. Indians by 2, under a minute to go. Meyer has the ball knocked loose, thrown away, and Mitch Gerig picks up the foul. That's his second. Archbold with a big comeback here. Now Indians again by 2, 46-44 with 48 seconds to go in the period. Derek Kruger coming in for the Blue Streaks. Brock Beck also coming in for the Blue Streaks. With 48 seconds to go in the period. Blue Streaks trail by 2, 46-44. Fast-paced action here in the third. Carroll with the ball. Cruz back to Hill. Wauseon taking their time getting it across and doing a good job. And the ball is kicked or pushed. I think Archbold got a foul there. Jay Dominic maybe. 40 seconds to go, still 46-44 Indians. Aaron Weber will do the inbounding. Aaron's got 3 buckets here in the period. Hill, top of the circle, goes one-on-one against Beck, and Beck's going to be called for the foul. Boy, that's 3 quick fouls on the Blue Streaks here. Indians with the ball, 33 to go in the third. They lead by 2, 46-44. Weber comes outside. Hard drive up the middle, puts it up, and a blocking foul is called on Paul Cruz. Referee Al Rydlinski right on top of that one. Aaron Weber's going to go to the line and shoot 2. 27 seconds to go in the third. Aaron Weber could give the Indians a 4-point lead. Free throw up and in. Nice touch by the 6'3" sophomore. Bobby Swigert back in for the Tribe. Tim Krauss coming back in for the Blue Streaks. I think. They only have 5. There's a point of order at the scorer's table. Archbold had 2 fouls with about 50 seconds to go. Now they have 6. They have 4 fouls in about 40 seconds here. You may tell the fans what they're discussing.
I don't know if it's obviously a substitution for one or the other. I don't think any numbers are wrong at the table or anything like that, Blue. Sorry, don't know.
All right. So, Aaron Weber made the first free throw, either clearing everybody out of the lane, maybe. Now, Ken Burguy's getting an explanation of what happened. Now, Aaron Weber's going to shoot his second free throw, and then everybody's out of the lane, so I don't know what's going to happen. Second free throw rolls in, so the Indians with a 4-point lead. Archbold's got the ball, so nothing changes except the Indians with a 4-point lead. It's 4, isn't it?
Well, Tim Murn and Al Rydlinski have done a lot of games. I'm sure there's a very logical explanation of which they know it, the coaches know it. I don't know if anybody else does though.
Foul on Swigert and his third. They didn't put that last point up, did they? He made 2.
Turn it up. Must have wiped one off.
Okay, John Fryman right on top of things says they took a point. I don't know why, but the Indians had one taken off. There's a hard drive up the middle. A shot put up by Eric Watson, no good, but he draws the foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The score officially is 47-44. Does Mr. Fryman know why?
No, I think he's just guessing too.
So, Eric Watson's at the line to shoot 2. The Indians lead it by 3, 47-44 with 10 to go in the third. Watson free throw up and in. That his first varsity point. Eric Watson. Oh, no, he had a bucket. I forgot. Now he's got 3. All right. Watson, second free throw, gets the roll. Streaks trail by 1, 47-46, 8 seconds to go. Swigert clears the timeline. Carroll back to Swigert. His long 3 at the buzzer off. No, not the buzzer off. No good. End of the third. It is Wauseon 47, Archbold 46, and we'll be right back.
You ready?
47-46 as we get ready for period number 4. Archbold outscoring Wauseon 21-17, third quarter.
Well, Wauseon had everything the first half of that period, it seemed. Then Bluestreaks had everything the second half of the period. So the kind of game I think everybody thought, 1 point difference with a quarter to go.
Both teams shot it well in that third quarter, and both teams took a lot better care of the basketball, each with just 2 turnovers in that third period. So a better quarter both ways from that standpoint. Indian possession, Aaron Weber inbounding the basketball to Ryan Carroll. Ryan with it in backcourt, picked up by Tim Krauss. Mitch Gerig back into the Archbold lineup now. He had 10 third quarter points for Archbold in their comeback. Swagger with it now for the Tribe, on top for Carroll. Carroll back over to Swagger, down low. Badenop back in, lays it up and in as Jared Badenop got loose. 8 points for Jared. He's had to sit a lot tonight with foul trouble. Grieser inside, Watson all alone. He'll lay it up and in. Indians the other way, leading by a point. Whistle travel. Aaron Weber didn't see the pass, I don't think, right away. Got his hands on it, mishandled, and is going to be called for the travel. Chad Nofziger back into the lineup for Archbold, replacing Jay Dominic. 7:24 to go in the ball game. It's 49-48. Wauseon with the lead, Archbold with the ball. Close as we expected. Indians have led most of the way since midway through the first period. With an outside, Eric Grieser spins, goes to the right on the wing, picked up by Badenop. Grieser penetrates, cut off. Right side, three-pointer. Krauss off the mark, no good. Rebound, Watson. He sends it back out to Krauss, over to Grieser. Grieser behind the arc. Penetrates left side, bounce pass inside, a little reverse put up, no good. Taken down by Ben Roth, and he throws it out of bounds. So back over to the Bluestreaks and the Indian turnover with 6:55 to go. It remains 49-48 Wauseon. Gerig inbounding the ball to Grieser. Grieser just 2 points. Eric averaged 8.4 a game last year. Nofziger with a high post. Out now Watson for 3 on the way in and out. No good. Rebound tipped outside. Grieser with a save over now to Watson. Double team, bounces to Grieser in the baseline, but the ball hit the sideline and it'll be an Archbold turnover. Lance Schnitkey will report back into the Tribe lineup here. He has done a fine job off the Wauseon bench tonight. 5'10 senior. Has 13 points, including 3 big threes. Career high for Lance tonight. So he's got his senior season off to a very good start. Bob Swagger with the ball. Pressured now by Eric Grieser. Swaggered up and over the timeline. Grieser hounding him. He's down the lane now. Swaggered pass over to Weber, mishandled. Picked up by Swaggered on the wing. Schnitkey pass inside. Picked off by Krauss. Knocked away and out of bounds by Wauseon. So the Indians turn it back over to the Bluestreaks. The teams exchange turnovers. Still 49-48. Each team with a bucket here in the fourth period. Indians lead it by a point. 6:23 left in the basketball game. Bounce pass goes to Grieser, picked up by Swaggart at the timeline. Bouncing right side over to Watson. Side now Nofziger, a little spin, turn around, up and in off the glass. Nofziger all 7 of his points in the second half. Archbold by a point. Weber inbounding now to Carroll. Back to Weber. Right side, Swaggart up the right side. Swaggart inside now. Here's Badenop loose, lays it up, no good. Rebound Badenop, he's fouled by Nofziger, his 4th foul. No question about it. Jared Badenop will shoot 2 big free throws. Jay Dominic will report right back into the Archbold lineup, replacing Chad Nofziger, I should imagine, with still 5:58 to go in the ball game. So big free throws here. Jared Badenop, 2 out of 2 at the line. That coming early in the ball game, back in the first quarter. He has 8 points in all. 6'6 senior. Free toss on the way, no good. Rebound cleared off by the Bluestreaks. That was a 1-and-1 incidentally. And now here's a pass deflected apparently by the Indians out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bluestreaks. Each team with 7 fouls. That foul occurring before he went in the act of shooting. Watson will inbound for Archbold. Bluestreaks 50, Indians 49. The 2 longtime rivals having a good one here tonight. Rydlinski will hand the ball to Eric Watson, who will now do the inbounding. Flips it outside for Eric Grieser. High post to Dominic, looking back door, nothing doing to Grieser, starting a drive in the wing, knocked away and out of bounds. Good defensive work that time by Aaron Weber of Wauseon. Archbold will inbound. Under their bucket on the baseline. Grieser to do the inbounding. We got a whistle, and we're going to get a blocking foul against one of the Indians. Jay Dominic was trying to cut through, and he was held, and it'll be a 1-and-1. Aaron Weber picks up number 2 on him. Jay Dominic, 1 out of 2 at the foul line. Back there right now with a big 1-and-1 for Archbold. Archbold 50, Wauseon 49, 5:46 to go in the ball game. 6-foot junior puts the free throw up and in. His 4th point. Paul Cruz will report back into the Archbold lineup. For Eric Watson, who gave Archbold some good quality minutes. Second free throw by Dominic. He'll bend and send and hit it again. 52-49, Archbold by 3. Here's Watson. That's the biggest lead of the night, I think, Blue. They had a 2-point lead several times first quarter. Weber to Swigert outside. 5:35 to go in the ball game. A lot of basketball to be played here at Archbold in the non-league meeting between the two rivals. Schnitkey right wing now. Lance trying to penetrate, can't do it. Cut off, bounces outside for Swigert. Archbold trying to pick up their defensive intensity. Flips Weber down low now. Baden out to the hole, up no good. Draws the foul from Dominic. He'll shoot a couple this time. Baden not able to free himself. Got away from Mitch Gerig. Jay Dominic coming over to help out. Drew the foul, but it would have been an easy 2 for Jared Badenop, who will now have to earn him at the foul line. 3rd foul on Jay Dominic. 5:17 to play. Archbold 52, Wauseon 49. Free throw on the way by the big senior. No good. It bounces off the front of the iron. .17 to play. Here's the second one. He got it. 2-point ball game. Inbounds pass to Grieser, brings it up the floor. Eric just 2 points, but has directed the floor attack for Archbold. Penetrates, pulls up foul line, jumper, and hits it. Grieser with his 4th point, 54-50 Archbold. Swigert up the right side, double team, gets the bounce pass away to Weber. Aaron brings it across, flips over down to Carroll. Back out Schnitkey for 3, no good. Rebound Brian Meyer for Archbold. Meyer coming up the right side, crossover dribble to the top of the key, goes to the right again. Bouncing in now to Gerig, double team, outside for Grieser. Grieser back over to Meyer, foul line, jump shot up, good, Brian Meyer. Timeout Wauseon, 4:35 to go, Archbold 56, Wauseon 50, we'll be right back. Is 9 midway through that 3rd.
Well, the big difference, Archbold shooting a lot better from the floor than they did in the first half. They're getting good shots, which they got him in the first half and couldn't hit him. Now they're 4 of 7 from the floor here in period number 4.
Steve Hill in for Wauseon with a basketball, picked up by Paul Cruz. Hill in backcourt clears the timeline. Archbold putting a lot of pressure on the Wauseon guards. Now we got a whistle and away from the play. We're going to get a blocking foul, and let's check it out. Is it on Aaron Weber of Wauseon? It is. It'll be a Wauseon turnover. 3rd on Aaron. That was 20 feet away from the ball. Did not see it. Obviously, Ken Burguy is going to be very happy, but it's a block. And Brian Meyer will shoot 1-and-1. That is the 9th foul against the Indians. Archbold will shoot 2 from this point on. Archbold has 8 team fouls themselves. Meyer with 8 points on the line. Big 1-and-1 for the sophomore. Pushes it up and in. Meyer gets his 9th point, his career high last year against Wauseon in the opener with 12. Fellow freshman at that time, Aaron Weber, got his career high last year against Archbold with 19. Second one up and in. Meyer in double figures. There's a steal by Cruz. Goes in, puts it up off balance. No good. Rebound by Hill. He slips, goes down. Trying to get a timeout, and I believe he did get the timeout. Steve just flat out slipped. I don't know. He found a wet spot on the floor. Wisely got a timeout. We'll see if Wauseon uses a 20 right here. 4:12 to go. It's 58-50 in favor of Archbold. We'll be right back. By 8, 58-50. Aaron Weber will do the inbounding now for the red and white. Archbold to pick up full court man-to-man pressure. Bounce pass goes to Hill, who's picked up by Cruz. Hill dribbling in backcourt now. Well, look at Archbold double him up. A lot of trouble. Gets the pass head now to Weber. Weber bouncing over. Badenop open, lays it up and in. They broke the pressure in the trap and had a 2-on-1. And Badenop laid it in on a good feed from Weber. 58-52. Cruz on the left side now for Archbold. Dominic right side over to Grieser. Grieser with it on the wing. 3:43 to play. Grieser will stop, pop off. No good. Rebound put back up by Gerig and good. Gerig with 21. 60-52, an 8-point Archbold lead with 3.5 minutes to play. Hill in backcourt. Covered closely by Cruz. Still dribbling. Now Cruz knocked it away. Loose picked up by Hill. Hill whistle. 10-second call. 5th turnover of the period for Wauseon, and Paul Cruz has really made a difference defensively, Blue. He doesn't score a lot, but he's quick and he gets after you, and he's caused Wauseon some problems. Meyer to inbound, does so now to Cruz. Bouncing inside, threw it away. Picked up by Badenhop, and he's fouled by Cruz. So it'll be a 1-and-1 coming up now for the Indians, and they need them here at 3:17 to play. Jared Badenhop, he's 3 out of 5 in the night at the foul line, but just 1 out of 3 here in the 4th period. So big 1-and-1 for the 6'6" Wauseon senior. Been in foul trouble much of the night. Won't go. Rebounded by Gerig. They'll outlet over to Grieser now. Grieser ahead to Meyer. Meyer on the wing, back out to Grieser. Archbold would like to use some clock with an 8-point lead. 3:05 to play. Grieser dribbling outside. Hill on him. High post pass deflected. Picked up though by Gerig. Gerig gives it up to Grieser. 2:54 to go. Right side over to Meyer. Archbold working the perimeter. Gerig, bad pass, stolen away. Hill, breakaway going to the basket. He's fouled. He'll get 2 shots here. Hard foul by Eric Grieser. Ken Burguy wants it intentional on that one. Won't get it apparently. Steve Hill will shoot 2. That was a hard foul. Archbold guilty of the turnover at the 2:44 mark. Boy, Steve hit the deck hard. He apparently is. He's all right. But Ken Burguy very upset. Oops, somebody just threw a towel out on the floor. So they will not call it intentional, which means Steve will get the 2 free throws, of course. But a costly turnover by the Bluestreaks. The Indians trying to take advantage of it. Still 2:44 to go. Archbold 60, Wauseon 52. Free throw on the way, no good. It bounces off for the sophomore. Indians are just 1 out of 5 here in the 4th quarter at the line. They hit all 6 of their free throws in the first half, but boy, they've struggled here in the second half. Paul Cruz checks out. Eric Watson back in for Archbold. Steve Hill with 6 first half points in the ball game for the Indians. Trying to make it number 7 right here. Big free throw airborne, up and in. He hits it. 9. Make that a Archbold 60-53 lead. Grieser in backcourt, guarded closely by Swagger. Grieser up and over the timeline. Whoop. Went into front court and into backcourt. No over and back. Meyer, long 3 on the way. Up and in. Brian Meyer hits a big 3. Archbold by 10. 63-53. What's the rule on over and back, Blue? He didn't have both feet in front court. He had one straddling the line, and Wauseon wanted the call, didn't get it. Archbold ends up hitting a big three. On top now, here's Carroll. Round to the left side over to Weber. Weber guarded by Gerig, flings it out now. Hill starting a drive, going into the hole, up no good. Rebound tipped around, rebound Archbold. Meyer has it for the Bluestreaks. Pass ahead is Carroll with a steal, but gives it right back up. Trying to save it. It's picked up by Meyer. Meyer ahead to Grieser. 2 minutes to play. Grieser will fire a jumper. No good. Gets his own rebound in the lane. Back up, shot blocked. Rebound put back up. No good by Watson. A save by Hill right in the hip. Here's the shot by Gerig, in and out, no good. Inside, Nofziger's got it. He may have walked with it. He did. 1:45 to go. Archbold had 4 opportunities. Couldn't get it to fall. Bluestreak's not exactly using the clock too well with a 10-point lead, taking 4 shots. Here's Schnitkey back in. They need Lance to fire up some threes. He'll replace Steve Hill. Archbold to drop back. Bob Swigert with the ball. 1:44. Swigert nearly mishandled, picks it up, knocked away by Grieser, stolen by Watson. Grieser made the play. Watson with a left-hand layup, up and in. Archbold by 12, 65-53. Here's Swigert. Swigert over to Schnitkey for 3, up and in. Lance Schnitkey with 16. 65-56. Grieser in backcourt. 1:18 to go. Grieser dribbling, whistle, bump, foul. Bobby Swigert. His 4th foul. 2 shots. Both teams have 10 fouls. That is number 10 on Wauseon. Eric Grieser will shoot 2 free throws. Archbold 65, Wauseon 56 with 1:14 to go. Eric Grieser puts the free throw up and in. 66-56. Big second half for the Bluestreaks, who trailed by 5 at intermission. But have outscored Wauseon 41-26 here in the second half at this point. Second free toss, got it. 6 points for Grieser. Indians will push it uphill, back in now. Schnitkey in the corner on the wing. Badenop, he'll fire from 15, up and good. Jared Badenop gets another one. He has 7 in the quarter, and we got a whistle timeout. Wauseon, 1:05 to go. Bluestreak 67, Indians 58. We'll be right back.
Kern Refrigeration and Appliance.
The Ottawa Glandorf over Bryan tonight. The Golden Bears are young and they're small. Very inexperienced ball club, and Ottawa Glandorf's going to be a very solid team. Easy win for the Titans. Martin Taylor will have all the scores coming up as part of the Nofziger Pontiac GMC scoreboard. Our broadcast tonight also brought to you in part by Timken Latrobe Steel Distribution, Concours of Wauseon. Always proud to support the Indians. Well, kind of a typical Wauseon Archbold battle, Blue. Both teams going at it hot and heavy. Both have had momentum at times. The surge right now belonging to the Bluestreaks. Indians trying to play catch-up.
Bluestreaks just shooting so much better. Probably shooting a little over 50% this half, and they shot 26% the first half, so that's the difference right there.
Gerig will inbound, or try to now. Flips the pass head to Nofziger. Wauseon will be forced to foul if they can't get the quick steal. Here's the foul on Hill. He fouls Grieser, and Eric will shoot 2 free throws with 1 minute, 1 second left. Number 4 on Steve Hill. So Archbold, we'll see what they're able to do at the foul line. The Indians will be forced to foul and hope that the Bluestreaks miss their free throws. Thus far this quarter, though, Archbold has been 6 out of 6 and 11 out of 12 this half. Missed the first free throw. As soon as I said 6 out of 6, that usually does it, doesn't it? So Eric Grieser on the line trying to give his team a 10-point lead with 1:01 to go. Got it on the way and in. Indians will push it up the floor. Here's Hill racing up now, going right to the basket as he should. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Meyer. Shot may have been deflected by Nofziger. Now here's a foul against the Indians. Aaron Weber. That is number 4 on him. And with 51.5 seconds to go, Grieser goes right back to the line again for 2 more attempts. Cruz will report back into the Bluestreak lineup here shortly. Free throw, nope, in and off. Cruz comes in as Watson sits down. Eric Watson has played well off the bench with 8 points. Second free throw up and good. Grieser 4 out of 6 at the line here in the 4th period. Hill up the floor on the right side. Archbold obviously doesn't want to foul. Schnitkey down the lane, the one-handed push up, rolling and good. Lance Schnitkey with 18. And bounce pass to Grieser and a foul immediately by Carroll with 39.1 seconds to go. Indians have no choice, Blue. They've got to score in a hurry and then foul. Scoreboard right. I thought Archbold was up by only 10 when Schnitkey got the bucket. Obviously it was 11. 69-60. 2 free throws, Eric Grieser again. First one up and in. He has 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Done a good job at point guard for the Bluestreaks. Second one up and good. 71-60, Archbold by 11, and the Indians throw the inbounds pass away. A little bit of pressure from Paul Cruz, and it'll go back over to the Bluestreaks with 38.2 seconds left. Eric Watson checks into the Bluestreak lineup here with 38.2 seconds to go. So will Mitch Gerig. Cruz will sit down along with Nofziger. Watson will do the inbounding. Looking for help, flips it in now to Grieser, and he whistle. Away from the ball, we may have had a foul. We shall see. They didn't want to foul Grieser, I don't think, and he's got the ball most of the time. Water on the floor, is that what it was? Officials timeout.
Yeah, the referee stopped the play. There was a foul, but it's going to be Archbold's ball out of bounds.
Well, in that case, it should be 38.1 seconds to go if there wasn't a foul instead of 36.9. They're going to inbound it again, so no foul. Watson inbounding in the backcourt now to Grieser. Picked up by Swigert. Comes across the timeline, double team, cross court over to Meyer. Meyer doubled up to Gerig. Gerig outside Grieser with 24 seconds to go. He's fouled with 23.4 seconds left by Carroll. And at this point, Blue, with just that little time left, not much point for the Indians to foul now because in 23 seconds it's going to be difficult to make up 11. I suppose it could be done, but unlikely. Eric Grieser again to shoot 2 free throws. Bounces off for the first one. Well, he's 6 out of 9 in the quarter. See if he can make it 7 out of 10 right here. Yep, he will. 72-60, 12-point Archbold lead. Here's Bobby Swigert with the ball, 18 seconds to go, clears the timeline. Right side, Ryan Carroll forces up a long 3, no good. Rebound, Grieser has it for Archbold. Flips it ahead with the left hand over to Brian Meyer. Meyer to Watson with 7 seconds. Watson on the baseline. Double team, shoots it back out to Meyer. Meyer to Grieser. 1 second to go, and that'll do it. Final score, Archbold 72, Wauseon 60. We'll be back with a look at the numbers, statistics, and an interview with Victorious head coach Doug Krauss after this timeout.
This is Attorney Tony.